Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Oh, well, what seems to be the issue? Speaker high definition audio device. Great. So I think there shouldn't be a problem, but clearly there is. Hello, Kanak, can you hear me? We can see the video there. Oh, no, we can. Okay. Let me cast my screen again. Hey, Kanak, hello, Afrin. Hello, policewoman. That's a good name.
Yes, sir.
Hey, nice. Just changing the spelling because you have written the plural. It should be the singular. Okay, now it's better. Okay, so let's get it started. Other people will join when they come.
Yes, sir.
And now there was homework, I suppose, in the practice book. Let's check that first.
Sir, वो
Yeah, go on.
woman, woman singular and woman plural. I think.
This is singular. This is singular. Woman is singular. And with E, it is a plural. All right.
Like,
So you are a policewoman, right?
सर आप मेरा
Okay.
वन प्लस हमें भी नहीं मालूम था वन प्लस कौन है। तो फिर यार मेरा फोन है वन प्लस का, तो फिर सर पूछेंगे वन प्लस कौन है।
Last time I changed your name to Sandy, remember? So
फिर
you don't like Sandy very much, clearly. You're not very fond of the name Sandy because your name is Sandhya. So sometimes, especially in Australia, it is very common that if you have a long name, friends will definitely shorten it. Okay. If your name is Alexander, okay, it is very likely that your friends will call you Alexi or Alex or something like that. Okay. They will not call you with your full name, long name. So shortening the name among friends is a very, very common thing. And it shows their love and affection for you. Um, my name is Vinay. So maybe if I were in Australia, friends would call me Vinny, right? So they just do it. Your name is Sanjeev. Okay. So your friends would shorten your name to something else, two, three, just one or two syllable word. However, your name is a two syllable word, but still, they can do it and they do it. So I changed Sandhya's name to Sandy, last day. Okay. And I sometimes call Kanak Kanku. Okay. So the other day I called Ruksa Ruku. Okay. So we do that. We change people's names to short names, to show. Yes. Yes, Sandhya.
वैटली वैटली में रुकिए को रुकू हाँ रुकू ना।
रुकू कहाँ रुकू? Yeah. So first page we had already done. We are gonna check the second page of Unit 9, everyone. Let's do it. Has he got a computer? Have got, has got. Rewrite the sentences using the correct form of have got. We studied that a couple of days ago, that in English, I have a car, I've got a car are the same thing. Some people have misunderstanding about these things. An example we experienced of this on Saturday evening in our evening class. A boy thought that God is used to emphasize or something. When we were talking about some emphasis thing, he just said that, sir, can I say instead of she has a car, she has got a car to put more emphasis? I thought, oh my goodness, that's not correct at all. Have and have got are exactly the same in meaning. It's just that in British English, people use have got, and that's more common. And there are some other differences, like, have has two purposes, right? One is action have, and the other is possession have. For example, when you say, I have a shower 2 times a day, okay, then or you say, I have breakfast at 8. So have a shower and have breakfast. In these two sentences, these two expressions or phrases, have is not for possession. It is here for action. I have breakfast means I eat. I do something. I have breakfast means I do something. I have a shower means I do something. Have an argument. I have an argument. I do something. Okay. I have an exam. Here you can say, basically possession. I have an exam tomorrow. Okay. So when you use have for possession, then you can use have got instead of have. But where you use have for action, you cannot use have got there. So does Paul have a computer? Clearly, this is possession, right? So we can say, has Paul got a computer? Let me share my screen. I have a nice flat. Again, have for possession. I have a nice flat. So in another way, we can say, I've got a nice flat. We have 2 children. Again, possession. We have 2 children. We've got 2 children. Do you have the time? Possession. Have you got the time? Which means, do you know what time it is? Have you got the time means, do you have the time means, do you know what time it is? Yeah. Have the time means to mention the time, to have a watch maybe. Do you have the time? आपके पास घड़ी है, आपको पता है कितना समय हो रहा है? Do you have the time? Have you got the time? आपको पता है कितना बज रहा है? Have you got the time? My friends don't have a lot of money. Again, possession. My friends haven't got a lot of money. 6. What color hair does she have? What color hair has she got? Has she got? 7. I don't have any English lessons today. I haven't got any English lessons today. You are lucky. You have a good job. You're lucky. You've got a good job. Okay. Now, take a look at this number 5. Complete the conversations with do, does, have, or has. Have you got a computer? Yes, but it's an old one. 2. Does he have any children? Yes, one daughter. If we want, we can change this sentence into, has he got any children? Right? If we want, we can write it another way. Has he got any children? And the answer will be, yes, he has a daughter. 3. How much money have you got? I haven't got any. 4. Do they have a nice house? Yeah, much nicer than ours. Okay. What sort of car has she got? I'm not sure. A Golf, I think. Here, golf is not a game. Here, golf is a type of car. It's written with a capital G in the middle of a sentence. It's a proper noun. It might be the name of a brand, okay? A Golf, a Mercedes, okay, Ferrari, like this, a Golf. 6. What have you got on your head? It's a hat. Don't you like it? Clearly, A is not very impressed. That's why he asked this question. What have you got on your head? ये क्या तुमने सिर पर रख रखा है? What have you got on your head? It's a hat. Don't you like it? 7. What do you have for breakfast? Tea and toast usually. What do you eat for breakfast? Here have means eat. You can replace have with eat. What do you have for breakfast? What do you eat for breakfast? Tea and toast usually. Number 8. Does she have a shower every evening? Of course, don't you? So in number 7 and 8, it is not possible to change these sentences with have got, because in number 7 and 8, we use have for action, not for possession. So when we say, what do you have for breakfast? That's the only way. We cannot say, what have you got for breakfast? We can't do that. So those who have learned that have and have got are the same, they should remember when we are talking about possession, then they are the same. Okay. Number 8 is, does she have a shower every morning? Here we are not talking about possession. We are talking about an action. नहाती है रोज? Of course, बिल्कुल नहाती है. तुम नहीं नहाते हो क्या? Don't you? Now we have two people here and we are going to compare them. We have the information in the chart about them. So when we look at the chart, we see that James is younger than Kelly. Kelly is older than James. Obviously, James is taller than Kelly. Usually, men are taller than women. Let's look at these sentences. Number 1, Kelly is older than James. James is younger than Kelly. 3, James is taller than Kelly. 4, James has got a car, but Kelly hasn't. 5, Kelly has got a son or has a son either, but James hasn't got any children. 6, James has got a flat. Kelly's got a house. They both got good, interesting jobs. They both got jobs. They both got jobs. Number 8, James works longer hours than Kelly. James works longer hours than Kelly. Number 9, Kelly has a much more interesting job than James. Kelly has a much more interesting job than James because it's written. Interesting job? Okay, very. Comparative and superlative. Write the comparative and superlative forms of the adjectives. Adjective cheap. Comparative is cheaper. Superlative is the cheapest. Expensive, more expensive, the most expensive. Young, younger, the youngest. Happy, happier, happier, because adjectives which end with Y usually end with IER. However, it is not always wrong to use more happy as well. Sometimes you can use that as well. Okay. Happier, the happiest. Beautiful, more beautiful, the most beautiful. Big, bigger, the biggest. Busy, busier, the busiest. Intelligent, more intelligent, the most intelligent. Bad, worse, the worst. WORST, superlative. Far, further, FURTHER. Further, the furthest. New, newer, the newest. Dangerous, more dangerous, the most dangerous. Okay, now a little bit extra information about the word far. You might have heard a sentence, I don't want any further discussion. I don't want any further discussion. अब और आगे discussion नहीं चाहिए मुझे. I don't want any further discussion. We don't want to have any further relations with these people. We don't want any further business with these people. Now, in all these sentences, further I used further discussion, further business. Okay. So this further discussion, further business is in terms of distance or in terms of time, future. We don't want any further discussion, means in the future, we don't want discussion, right? We don't want to have any further relation with these people. We don't want any relation with these people in the future. Whatever we have, we have. But now we don't want to have any further relations with them, okay? So we don't want to do any further business with these people. Whatever business we have done, that's fine. We don't want to continue it, okay? We don't want to do any further business with you. I don't want to teach you any further. मैं आपको और आगे नहीं पढ़ाना चाहता. I don't want to teach you any further. Now, further is in terms of time or in terms of distance in this sentence. Further, ahead, in terms of time, right? And let's talk about another sentence. Patna is further to Bihar Sharif than Barbiga or Rajgir. Okay, Patna is further from Bihar Sharif than Rajgir or right. Everybody understands in this sentence, Patna is further in terms of physical distance or in terms of time. It means we use the word further for both meanings, physical distance and distance in terms of time as well, right? In future, further. We will not supply weapons to these countries any further. All right. So further word can be used to talk about distance in time. Okay. And a further word can be used to talk about physical distance. Okay. Further. Now there is another word, farther. F-A-R-T-H-E. This word, F-A-R-T-H-E-R, is very much out of use in modern English. You will not see a lot of people using the word farther very often, but sometimes you will see this word, farther. The word farther is only used in terms of physical distance, to talk about physical distance. It means farther was possible to use in the sentence where we compared the physical distance of Bihar Sharif to Patna and Bihar Sharif to Rajgir. So when I said Patna is further from Bihar Sharif than Rajgir, okay, I could have said Patna is farther from Bihar Sharif than Rajgir, because here we are talking about physical distance. So farther can only be used in one way, that is physical distance. Further cannot be further can be used both ways, for the physical distance and for distance in terms of time in the future. Okay, that way. Farther cannot be used to talk about time in distance in terms of time. Farther word is only for physical distance. So sometimes what will happen in exams when you do jobs, competitive exams for jobs or some entrance exams for some college, university, they might use the word farther in the sense of distance in terms of time. And you need to spot that no, farther is not possible here. It must be further. Okay. So I hope you will appreciate this piece of information I shared with you. So far has two comparatives, further and farther. Okay. Further and farther. Okay. Superlatives, there are two superlatives as well, for the furthest and the farthest. Okay. Word order. Put the words in the correct order to make sentences or questions. Put the words in the correct order to make sentences or questions. Okay. Put the words in the correct order. Number one, family, the, am, my, in, I, oldest. I am the oldest in my family. You have sister, me, my, then younger is. My sister is younger than me. 3. Who is the oldest in the class? 4. The Airbus A380 is the biggest passenger plane in the world. 5. My book is more interesting than your book. 6. Peter number 6. You can do it. You can do it. Go with the word Peter. After Peter, which word is possible in the list? All the bought, obviously. Peter bought. Now what? TV. The most expensive? TV. In the shop. Peter bought the most expensive TV in the shop. Okay. 7. It's a question set. So it will start with did. It will, next word will be did watch. Okay. Another possibility. After did, can you use only watch, or there is another possibility too? After did, can we put another word in the whole list? Okay, I accept that's possible, but there is another word which can come. Spot that as well. Did you? And then? Did you buy? Did you buy? Buy the cheapest watch in the shop. Did you buy the cheapest watch in the shop? Okay. Now, number 8. German is much different than English. You've dropped a word. Say again. German is much different. When we compare, we use the comparative adjective. Where is the comparative adjective? Is difficult a comparative adjective? No. Then what is the comparative adjective? No. Now say the sentence. German is much more difficult than English. 9. Yes, today the weather is much better than yesterday. Okay. And now questions and answers. Complete the questions with the superlative form of the adjective. Try to answer them. 1. What is the longest river in the world? And it is the Nile. 2. What is the highest mountain in the world? 3. What is the biggest city in your country? 4. What is the most popular sport in your country? Where is the oldest university in Europe? Who is the youngest person in your family? The most intelligent student in your class. Okay. Now, let's go back to the main book and see what we were studying. Today, I think we're going to do some reading, maybe. How about practice section? Did we finish it? Yes, we did. Making comparisons. Exercise 2 of it on page number 93. Let me know when you're done. You're done? Oh, good. Okay. The rest of you guys, Ruxar, Kanak, Sandhya, Afreen, please let me know when you finish. You have to do the exercise on your screen. There are 6 sentences. You have to complete them with an opposite comparative adjective. on the 15th of September, my videos on YouTube were watched by 121 subscribers and 60 not subscribed. It means 60 people who watched did not subscribe to the channel. Are they my students? I hope not. People who have subscribed, they watch longer, obviously. And those who haven't subscribed, they watch for less time. Okay. Let's check. The music is too loud. Can we go somewhere quieter? ज़्यादा तेज नहीं है म्यूजिक, थोड़ा जरूरत से ज़्यादा तेज. The music is too loud. So that's the difference between too and very. Too becomes negative. You know, you can't handle it. Too. The music is too loud. Can we go somewhere quieter? Quieter, not quiet. Why quieter? Comparativities. It means the person who is speaking is comparing. यहाँ जितना हल्ला है ना, इससे थोड़ा कम रहे. The music is too loud here. Can we go somewhere quieter? You can use the word quiet as well. But when you say quiet, then you are not comparing. You're simply saying, let's go somewhere quiet. It's very noisy here. It's very noisy here. Let's go somewhere quiet. शांत जगह चलो. इससे शांत जगह का ख्याल है कि थोड़ा कम जहां हल्ला हो, यहां से थोड़ा कम हल्ला हो यहां से. जैसे ख्याल ऐसा आया, it means now you're thinking of comparative. So when your thoughts, your words are of, they want to show comparison, then use a comparative adjective, of course. 2, the 10 o'clock train is too slow. There is a faster one at 10:20. See, there is a faster one. Faster than the 10 o'clock train, because the 10 o'clock train is too slow. ज़्यादा है, जरूरत से ज़्यादा स्लो पे नहीं जाना. There is a faster one at 10:20. 3, you're late. Why weren't you here earlier than now? You are late मतलब अभी आए हो ना तुम. You are late किसी को कब बोल रहा है? पास्ट में, जब सामने से वो लेट है या लेट आया था? लेट है तो बोल रहे you are late. अगर वो लेट था तो बोलेंगे you were late yesterday or in the morning. ठीक है? Suppose a student walks into the class, and that moment the teacher will say you are late. But suppose the teacher didn't say anything because he was busy teaching, okay? And when the class ended, now he is talking to the student. Hey, today you were late because now the class is over, right? He's leaving, so the teacher will say, अरे तुम आज late आया था. अपने आप हो जाएगा ना. तो कुछ लोग ऐसे फील कुछ आराम से नहीं स्विच करते. उनको अपने मदर टंग का एहसास नहीं होता कि जैसे वो अगर स्टूडेंट आया है लेट, अभी एंट्री ली है, तो टीचर हिंदी में लग रहे तुम लेट हो, क्यों, क्या बात है, क्यों लेट से आए हो? तो द टीचर विल से यू आर लेट. बट द सेम टीचर व्हेन द क्लास इज ओवर और अबाउट टू बी ओवर, तो अरे आकाश, अरे एक्स वाई जेड, आज तुम लेट आया था हो जाएगा क्योंकि वो मोमेंट चला गया, राइट? सो यू विल से यू वर लेट. So be practical, be smart to decide the tense. That's all I'll say. You're late. तुम late आए हो जी, पहले क्यों नहीं आए? Why weren't you here earlier? Earlier than now. 4, 200 pounds a night is too expensive. नहीं, इतना पे नहीं करना हमको भाई। 200 pounds a night is too expensive. इतना नहीं पे करना, बहुत ज्यादा है, ये नहीं करना। नहीं करना पे कैसे पता चला? Too expensive होना। Yes, 200 pounds a night is too expensive. Have you got any cheaper rooms? तो थोड़ा सस्ता वाला बताइए ना, ये तो ज्यादा है, नहीं ये वाला नहीं लेते। Have you got any cheaper rooms? Number 5. This flat is too far from the city center. I need somewhere nearer. Nearer. Far is an adjective. Near is also an adjective. अगर कहूं बिहार शरीफ से राजगीर ज्यादा नजदीक है पटना के तुलना में, सही ना? बिहार शरीफ से राजगीर ज्यादा नजदीक है पटना की तुलना में। राजगीर is nearer to Bihar Sharif. Rajgir is nearer to Bihar Sharif than Patna. This flat is too far from the city center. ये तो बहुत दूर पड़ जाता है सिटी सेंटर से। थोड़ा नजदीक वाला बताओ ना। I need somewhere nearer than this flat, nearer than nearer to the city center, nearer than this flat. 6. This exercise is easy. Can I do something more difficult, more challenging? Check it section, everyone. Let's see what you have learned. Can you get these things right? Exercise 3, everyone. Good. Number 1. Yesterday was hotter than today. Yesterday was hotter than today. कल ज्यादा गर्मी थी आज की तुलना में। Yesterday was hotter than today. 2. She's taller than her brother. 3. I'm the youngest person in the class. 4.
This
This
exercise
exercise
is
is the
the most difficult in the book.
most difficult in the book. 5. I've got 3
I've got
sisters.
3 sisters.
6.
She hasn't
She
got a
has
good
got
job.
a good job. Well done. Now we are moving on to the reading section, reading and speaking. Life at the top. Life at the top. Look at the skylines and match them with the cities. You see some buildings here, skylines, okay? And match them with the cities. Do you know the names of any of the buildings? Which city do you think has the tallest skyscrapers? So look at the skylines, A, B, C, D, E, F. So picture A, which city do you think it belongs to? It is in. Can you see the structure in A? Which famous structure do you see in A? Can anybody spot the structure and name the structure? Eiffel Tower, the Eiffel Tower. You see in A, the Eiffel Tower. And which city is it in, guys? Do you have an idea where the Eiffel Tower is? It's in Paris. The Eiffel Tower is in Paris. Now look at B. Do you know which structure it is? What is it called? No problems. Let's look at C first. I think you recognize this structure. It's called the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty. So now where is it? Right. It is in New York. Now, do you know picture D? E, F. One is from Istanbul. It is called Hagia Sophia. Which is Hagia Sophia? D, E, or F? Most probably D is Hagia Sophia. It is in Istanbul. Okay. And E is in Sydney. It is called, I always forget the name of this building, E. F is in Moscow. It is the Kremlin. The building is called Kremlin, okay. The Kremlin. And B is in Rome. I also forget the name of B and E again and again. I know the names, but they just slip out of my mind somehow. There are some words that you find rather difficult to remember. I don't know why it happens, but there are certain words which are very easy. You can't find any reason behind that. It just happens that way. There are some words you will never have any problem memorizing or remembering. And there are some which you will always forget, keep forgetting again and again, somehow. When I look at E, the word that automatically comes to my mind is harbor, Pearl Harbor, but it is not that. Okay. Then comes the word lotus, and that's not the word. There is another word about what this picture is in E. I think in B we call it Pantheon, I think. Okay, anyways, these are some famous buildings in the world. Now read the introduction to the article. Which do you think has the tallest skyscrapers? Which city? Istanbul, Rome, Sydney, New York, Paris, Moscow. Which has the tallest skyscrapers? In these cities, which city has the tallest skyscrapers? I would say New York.
Paris.
No, New York has the tallest skyscrapers, in my opinion. What are skyscrapers? Skyscrapers are tall buildings, right? Buildings which are taller than 50 meters. They are called skyscrapers. Now, read the introduction to the article and answer the questions. Read the introduction to the article and answer the questions. 1, 2, 3. Read the introduction. Here is the introduction. Once skyscrapers around the world start here. Okay, yes. And then, yes, exactly. Read the introduction and answer the 3 questions here. Read the introduction only. Don't read the text A and B at the moment. You'll find your answers in the introduction itself. Answer the 3 questions, please. Write the answers. Do it quickly. You can answer the questions orally in your mind, but form sentences. Actively answer the questions to yourself. Think that you are your own teacher, and you're answering the question, and your teacher is listening. You are listening, okay? You are the student and you are the teacher. Okay, answer the questions. Don't think that, oh, I know the answer. Just answer the questions in your mind. Quietly. All the 3. And when you're answering, I don't want you to read the introduction again. I don't want you to copy paste things looking at the text. I want you to look at the questions and answer them. Maybe you need to read the text, the introduction 3 times, 4 times already, and then you can do it. Read the introduction 2, 3 times slowly, trying to understand what's written in there. Then it will be very easy to answer the question. Okay. What's the difference between skyscrapers today and in the past? Are skyscrapers today and the skyscrapers in the past the same, or are they any different? Today's skyscrapers are any different? They are different. What is the difference today?
In the past, the skyscrapers were not an apartment.
They did not have apartments. They were not apartments to live. Okay.
Now,
Yes, one difference. Today, skyscrapers are apartments. You can live there, right? In the past, mostly skyscrapers were used as offices. Okay. Two, what kind of people want to live in a skyscrapers these days? Okay, the rich only, if you want to say. Which, if you want to use the word people, then it's a rich people. Rich people. Amir low, rich people. Rich people want to live in skyscrapers. Okay. Hmm. Rich people who want to enjoy, special high lifestyle. Yeah. Okay. Now, what makes living in skyscrapers easier nowadays? Has living in skyscrapers become easier? In what way? Was it the same in the past, or was it more difficult to live in a skyscraper in the past? And if it was more difficult, then why was it more difficult? What has changed today? What has made living in skyscrapers easier today? Yes. Okay. When you live in a very tall building, then the speed of the lift matters. If the speed of the lift is slow, it will take you a long time to go on to the top floors, higher floors, right? So today, technology has improved and the lifts are faster, one thing. So it has definitely made living in skyscrapers easier, more fun. Now, another difference that we notice, how has technology made living in skyscrapers easier? What makes living in skyscrapers easier today? So technology is one answer. And the buildings are more, stable. They don't move as much. In the past, these skyscrapers moved more, but now they make such skyscrapers which do not move so much. The buildings don't move so much in the wind anymore. In the past, the buildings moved. I know we are Biharshi people, small town people. For a lot of us, it's kind of difficult to understand what does it mean move? How can a building move? But yes, when you take a building very high, 200 meters tall building, 300 meters tall building, then then it can be a bit difficult, at the top. At the top can there can be some movement, because it's physics, obviously. It happens. So technology has ensured that you have more stable top floors. They won't move as much. Now let's read about these two people separately. Some students will read about A and some students will read about B. You can choose whose story you want to read. Maybe you like the people, you like their faces, you like their names, you like their countries. Read about them. Who will read about Rose from Australia? Who will read about Mike from US, the US? Go ahead, carry
I
on.
will
Read.
read about Rose.
Go ahead, read. Read about the person you feel more curious about. Does the lady Rose Afrin look like you in any way? Do you think when you become old, you will look like her? Or when she was young, she looked like you, Afrin?
Maybe sir, no, I'm not.
I mean, I haven't seen you a lot, but I've seen you a little bit, and I think that maybe there is a little bit similarity in your face and in this lady's face. I mean, she's old, she's 54 years old, more than twice your age. You're not even 25, okay? So obviously, she's much, much older. And you know, when people grow old, their faces change, you know? So I'm not saying you look like her now, but I'm saying that when you're old, do you think you look like her? Because I didn't say this about Ruxar or Sandhya because I don't think they have any similarities in terms of looks with this woman. But you definitely have some similar features on your face, I think.
No, sir.
Maybe because I haven't seen you so much. That's why I got confused.
Can we do live session of today's class?
Come again. Come again.
And we live
Sure. We can go live.
and if we not have any breakout room need of any.
We can go live.
If we don't have any breakout room,
Yeah.
so everybody can connect through YouTube.
Okay.
Not
And add watch hours. Oh, good. I understand what you mean. That's a good point. But there is a problem. They will not be able to ask me questions
yeah, they can ask.
on text, in text.
Yeah.
Yeah, script. What is that called? StreamYard. StreamYard. Get it started. The easiest. Yeah. Yeah, it allows you to invite people and have voice call, voice conversation.
But you can directly go live to Zoom.
Yes, that's right. But one thing you cannot do. One thing you cannot do is when I'm on YouTube and suppose some people who are watching me, I want them to come and talk. So this is a big, big thing, isn't it? To have this freedom. Check your mail, all right?
In previous class of 2 p.m.
Mhm.
You stream that.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Welcome to StreamYard. 300, nearly. And live stream recording. Invite members.
watch our 282.
Yes.
But in monetization section,
Uh-huh.
we have only 276.
76.
276.
So 6 hours less. 282, 276, only 6 hours left.
Yeah.
Maybe it has not been updated.
Yeah, no, it's not like that.
Uh-huh.
It's just the unlisted
Uh-huh.
watch hour.
So only 6 because there were so many hours that people watched unlisted videos. It can't be 6. It can't be just 6. Okay, guys, you have read. Please answer the questions. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna continue tomorrow. All right. Please finish reading the section. This and answer the questions we have here. In exercise 3, answer the 6 questions, and we will carry on tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye, guys. Take care. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.